Okay, here we go. Here we go with the crazy, what do you call it? Hello, everybody. Hello. Hi, everybody. Happy New Year. I'm just looking for something here. Give me a second. I'm just taking out a piece of my Woodubend pieces. Hello, darling. How are you? Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Finally got my booty on here. We're going to bring TikTokers on, but I'm waiting. I'm trying to pull out as many of these pieces as I can to use on our design today. Finally got all my Christmas goodies put up. Well, most of it. I still got a few pieces I got to put up that I just found. I'm like, oops, I missed a few. I don't care if you know who gets mad at me too. I got music on. Oopsie. I love you. Nothing's gonna change my love for you. And as I'm looking at some of this, I think I want to use, because you know, you can, if you've never seen the girls do this before, you can mix and match some of your pieces. And it's really cool. Oh, and as you can tell, I got bags of it. Bags of it. So how are you? It's very nice. Christmas was very nice. New Year's, you know, we sit here. We don't do nothing. I'm like too old for that stuff. You're never too old for anything, right? But I don't know. It's not my cup of tea anymore. And I literally cut my hair, but you can't tell because it's up as usual. But I have to, the girl that did it, she just, you know, she wasn't that great. And the lady that I normally go to, she's been out. Oh, do I want this one? No, I don't. She's been out because she had heart surgery, so. The only good thing was, thank God I told her to leave it long and didn't let her cut it super short, because boy, I'd have been in trouble. I'd be in trouble. Because she did absolutely nothing that I asked her to do. Except for leave it long. And I just took a shower earlier, so my hair's still drenched. But had I if I'd have let it down, my hair goes and curls. It literally, I look like Shirley Temple, kind of. Aww. Thank you, sweetheart. I'm sorry. That's so rough. Poor daddy. Yeah, my daughter, she got over her surgery and everything, and we found out a bunch of stuff that we didn't anticipate. And now she's got that darn flu that's going around. Oh my God, and she sounds horrible. Been out of work for 3 days already this week because of it. What are you gonna do? I told her, I love you, baby, but don't come visit me. Please don't come visit me. I don't need to get sick. I have such a bad immune system, I get sick too easy. Okay, I'm gonna warm these up so I can cut some of these pieces up that I want off of here. So you know with the Woodubend, you can cut it up. You can chop it. Chop it like it's hot. You just got to be really careful. So I'm going to cut these all up with all of you girls, whoever's here. Because you know, FB don't show us everything all the time. And this is what I want. I'll show you. Yesterday. See how pretty that is? Yeah. That bug that's going around is terrible. And I don't think I need too many. But I'm going to cut up, I think I'll leave this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and those two. And then I have the other one. I think that'll work. I need to buy me another one of those little... What is on my table? Dryers that's quiet. That little black one that I had that went out, because that thing really was good. Can't you hear me, baby? Going crazy. Wherever you go, whatever you do, right here waiting for you. Oh. And this piece, it's odd. I mean, it's not odd. It's just, I guess maybe the way this is a... I really think this is like a stencil. But if you look at the sides here and here, there's like an overlap. You see that? And it's not the way it should be. So as you can tell, I'm trying to cut that little piece off. Because it looks odd. It looks odd. I think I got it all. Well, and the rest of it, I'll just sand it off. Crazy. And then I have these pieces as well that I'm going to put at the bottom. Breaks. And that might be all I need. A little bit more. I think. Alright, let's warm this girl up and fix this one and that one. Get over here. And the little, tiny little bauble piece that was there at the top popped off, so that's no good. How was your Christmas aside from Mom and Dad not being well? I know your dad's ill, but would your mom get the flu? All right, now. Say your face. And I just want this little piece right here off. Ooh. And this heat gun or heat tool is so stinking, ouch, hot, as you could tell. Oh, it'll burn you. Just the way you are. I don't throw these little pieces away because you never know what you could use them for, you know. I was going to send a message to all the girls individually and tell them I'm going live too, but I forgot. Alright, so, see that? Now, it all fits. Let's see. I see your face. Got it. Okay, so we got the bottom. Know what I'm going to do with it, kind of. I fixed my paint. I got my Posh Chalk paint ready. Obviously, some of these, and I don't know where I'm putting any of this. I'm just kind of like cut it up and got it ready so I can put it wherever just in case. And then whatever I don't use, I'll just throw in the bag. And what I did with this, okay, you know what? Let me get these people on. These people. Jeez, that thing is so hot I could feel it. It kind of warmed me up though. Well, hello there, our TikTok family. Welcome, welcome. Happy New Year's to everybody. Oh, sugar in the morning. You know what? I had wipes to clean this table off. I have no idea what the heck I did with them. Have no clue. I have a feeling I know where they're at, too. I think they're in my car. It's a weird place to put them, huh? That's all right, though. There's something on here that's sticky. All right, so anyway, we're going to do a picture. If you saw the description, I called it the picture of love. And you'll see once you see the picture, you'll know why. Okay, so this is Posh Chalk products, Posh Chalk. And when the paint gets too chalky or too thick, what you do is you add this paste lubricant to it. You see that? See that, everybody? Okay, so what it does is it re-softens it so that you can use it. And I didn't have the lid on really tight like I should have. Ding dong. So of course it got a bit more. And you can't tell that it's super creamy, but you'll see when I start to use it how creamy and soft it is. So I am an affiliate with Posh Chalk Woodubend. Here, babe. All right, Mama. Mama. Thank you. You're welcome. And I am an affiliate for them, and I do love their stuff. And I honestly, unless they go out of business, and I really don't think they will, I will never stop using their stuff because I love it that much. And they have everything. They have your paste, your lubricants, your glues. I mean, anything and everything you need to do your product or project, they have it all. Okay? So, we have a small canvas board. And because it's white, I won't paint it. And then I have this image, and the image came from abstudios.com, but they do not put, I knew it was coming. Have a hiccup, everybody. They don't put names on their designs, which I find odd. Well, not odd, it's just, you know, each company does their own spill. And what they put together was this image, and I seriously can't even read it because it is so faded. So when you see me go over different dimensions of a picture, like with different colors or the pigments or whatever, that's why I do it, to bring out the picture more so we can see it. So if you look at it, you see that? And I seriously, it's like SPCRABPI. That doesn't even make any sense. And this part over here says job something. Jobology? No. I don't know what it says. You can't read it. It is so faded. So I'm not going to try to increase the image too much, or maybe I will. You never know. I don't know what I'm doing. Seriously, I'm just going to put it on there, and wherever my heart takes me to do whatever to it is what I'm going to do to it. And that is the reason for this color. So if you look at the trim of the color, you see that? It's kind of like a root beer brown trim. I want to use this to go around it, around the sides of it, all the way around it, and see where we go. Put this down because I don't feel like getting burned. Hope you all had a wonderful Christmas and Thanksgiving with your, Thanksgiving, good Lord. New Year's with your family. This is going to go on the bottom of it, just the bottom only. And these are some of the Woodubend pieces. Here, let's turn it this way. Kind of looks like a really pretty little castle. But I trimmed some of it because, you see that? You can put pieces together that. And normally when you get it, you get two. See that? You get one on every side of it. Both sides. I don't know how much this is either. Sorry, everybody. It's $21.69 though. But my link tree is in each platform, and you will be able to, excuse me, pull it up, go take a peek at what you see or like or whatever, and have fun. Have fun. All right, so I'm not painting it. We're just gonna decoupage it onto our board and go from there. Okay, here we go. She hasn't been here. We need muscles. Muscles, everybody. Oh my God. Yay, I did it. I did it. All right, the other thing I need is, and I know one other thing I am going to do to it, and I was going to look for which one I wanted first, and I didn't. I am going to add a scripture to it. And I've got scripture stickers that I like to add to my stuff. So I'm going to bring a couple of extra things out to try to do this really good. Really, really good. And this is their their medium. Which is kind of like, if you don't know what a medium is, it's kind of like using Mod Podge. But this is a lot thinner than Mod Podge and totally different. And you can use this for wood, glass, ceramic, stones, metal, and laminate. So this is their product that comes with it. See that? It looks like milk. It looks like milk. What are you saying over here? I'm blind, everybody. I can't see nothing, even with these glasses on. Yes, I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas and a nice New Year's. We did. Ours was nice. We do Christmas with, Christmas Eve, I'm sorry, with my brother-in-law's family, or my husband's family, and then Christmas Day with our kids. And we do, oh my God, we do a thing called the white elephant. You all know what that is. We do a white elephant gift purposely for like anybody that's 18 and above goes to the white elephant gift. So you don't feel like you're left out of Christmas. And it is so much fun. So my daughter-in-law this year, she brought us something different to do this with. It was so much fun too. It made it faster. So if you do this for your family, try it. You'll love it. So she brought this block. The block was a square block about this big. And on every side of it, from bottom to top and all the way around, it had a information that said, do this, do this, do this, okay? And so we all picked our gift. You don't open them. And then you roll the dice. And the dice says, pass it to the right, pass it to the left, give it to this person, give it to that person, or everybody switch gifts to the left, or whatever it said. It's funny. And so just when you think you have your gift, you don't. So you go from however many people are playing the game, you go from 1 to 20. And then when it comes time to roll the dice, you go 1 to 20 again. When the last person rolls the dice, then everybody gets to open up their present. It is the most funnest thing we do now. And I love it because, like I said, nobody feels like, they didn't get a Christmas gift. Because, every family has a crybaby. And it just makes it nice. Okay, so I have it on here, but I do want to do one more coat to the top of it. And then by doing the second coat, it seals it. So it'll decoupage it, and you got your seal all in one. And then you can also use this to mix your pigments. So it's a multi-user medium. And I know I haven't been here for a while, so please forgive me, everybody, but I had to get my house in order. I can't handle the mess. And I'm still not done. This room needs to be put in order, but I needed to get my booty on. I needed it. I needed to be here with y'all. But I have lots of surprises for y'all this year, and I hope everybody will hang out and invite your friends, your family, whoever you know that loves this. Invite them to come join us and subscribe to my little section of the world, because I have lots of goodies for you. And I'll have to tell you, this is our first design for 2026, and I did a research last week, and I printed all of it out. I thought I was going to share it with you, and I decided not to. How mean. I decided not to so that you could be surprised all year. I mean, you could do it yourself, but... And what I did was I wanted to see what all the new colors were for the year. And I never do this, okay? So I had to. I thought, I'm going to see what the big hype is about this. And I'm going to figure out what's all the new colors and what's expected or whatever. And so I printed all of it out, and so that I could move forward in a good way. And the crazy thing is, I literally made another list that said, what flowers do you need or don't need? And I'm not kidding you. I literally need nothing. Nothing. I have bought so many flowers last year. My wall is bursting with colors and flowers out of bloom. They're blooming and blossoming like by themselves. So I'm ready, and even more crazy, because of the color sequence and everything that this page told me, I'm like seriously ready. I couldn't believe it. So see, God works in mysterious ways. I had no clue he was doing that, and he did it. So this very light coloring that you see, very pale, and one of the #1 colors that is going to be for the year is soft cream colors. Not white, cream. So it's interesting, very interesting to me. Hi, Miss Fonda. How are you, darling? So you just want to dry it, and when you see bubbles, don't worry about it. I try to spread them out as best as possible, but they go away once you warm it up and dry it off with the dryer. All right, let's see. She's dry. She's not even damp. She's dry. So that's a good thing. So see how nice that looks already? Get you closer up. See that, everybody? It looks nice, huh? All right, so next thing I'm going to do is, look at this. I'm going to take my paintbrush, and I'm going to, I don't know what the word's called, stipple it, like kind of go like this everywhere to bring out this dark, pretty color that's here, like to make it, give it like a trim look. And you see how soft that is? It's nice and soft. And I always like to put a little extra like on my lids so that I don't have, I don't want to paint it. I just want to, I guess, stipple it. I don't know what you call it. See, I'm not that much of a pro at this stuff. I just do what my heart takes me to. You see that? It's like Play-Doh. No, not Play-Doh. It's like, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it's good, and I like it. But you got to be careful because you don't want it to lift your rice paper. My granddaughter, yesterday she goes, I have a surprise for you. And God, you never know what that surprise could be. And she goes, I have a surprise. I'm like, okay. She goes, so when I come in the house, and I'm going to be there in a minute, she goes, you have to close your eyes. I'm like, all right. And I should post the picture later on for all of you to see. She, do you all know what a chewini is? Throw me hearts if you know what a chewini is. Everybody from both platforms. I'm going to give you a minute. None of you know? It's a puppy. It's a little puppy. It's 4 months old. It was a little boy. And it's part Chihuahua and part weenie dog. There they go. So adorable. He was so cute. And you know, my rascal, he was totally fine. He was so calm and patient with the little guy. But Teddy went wonky like, what the heck? You brought another dog in this house? He was jealous. And I looked at her and I go, he can't stay. And I'm like, sorry to break your heart. And she's like, no, it's not for me. And that's literally been the dog that she's always wanted. And I told her, sorry, baby. And she's like, it's not for me. She's like, it's for Patrick. Patrick is her boyfriend who's in the military. And she said, I guess that his mom wanted the dog. So she picked it up for her. And then they met halfway yesterday and she took the baby to her. And he's naming the little dog Little Ricky. I thought that was so cute. I'm like, okay. But she came back all sad. I'm like, why are you sad? She goes, because I wanted to keep him. I'm like, oh God. Sorry, kid. I told her, someday when you get bigger and you get your own place, you can go get your little wiener dog or whatever. So see how pretty that looks? How it blends just right with those coloring? You see that, everybody? It blends just right with it. And when I saw the color mixture, I thought, oh, this is going to work. This is going to work real nice. And I like that it's not paint, it's the paste. It's the chalk paste. Because it kind of gives it like a old, I mean, there's so many different things you can do with this stuff, but it gives it like a rustic look, sort of. And if I think, historically wise, you know, Jesus wasn't in our day and age, so it was like, see now I just added a tiny bit of water to it and see how it made it softer to work with, just like paint. It makes it smoother to help you get it to like go through your, what do you call this thing? Your canvas board real nice. Now, I could put water in the paste, but I'd rather do it on my little lid first. Or sometimes I do it in my little clear bowls so I can see really good. But I decided to do it this way. And then you don't use as much either, but I like it. I really like it. Audrina! I'm going to ask her. Do you miss little Ricky? Did you show Patrick already?
Shh, don't say that.
Okay. Well, I hope he's not on here, because sometimes he watches me. She's on my puppy. Okay, so you see how when it gets too watery, it looks faded. See that? And I don't want it faded, so that means I need to add some more. And as you can tell, I'm hardly using nothing. But it doesn't have to be perfect either. And then of course, you know, when I look at it this way, it looks lighter. But when I look at it straight, you can tell that it's not so light. So I just kind of have to be careful. Because I don't want it too light. Very nice. So you know these young kids are they're all in love with each other. Aw, thanks, Fonda. Now, I could have done this before, but had I done it before, I wouldn't have gotten the edging to cover that little bit of rice paper between the rice paper and the board. I almost put them on a bigger board, but I decided to make it smaller, more closer to the image. Otherwise, I'd have to use a big thick of piece of, what you call it? Everything is so time consuming, you know? You can't rush when you're doing stuff like this. You gotta just... not do it slow, but take your time so you can get it to be exactly how you want it. Yeah, but I'm making a list and I'm checking it twice because I want to bring out some really cool things for you guys this year. And make it exciting, you know, sparkle it up. Not sparkle mean like that. Not like sparkle. I mean like make it different, more fun, more interesting. Alright, so if you see this, and I spritz it just a tiny bit with water, not too much, then it will help me get it on there a lot easier. See that? Now, whoever buys this, they can either use those sticky tabs to put flat on the wall, or I could put a small satin hanger for it, or whatever. Hi, Mary. How's your sweetheart and your son doing? A warning, girls, on FB. I got a stinky message the other day. Actually, I got 2 of them. Telling me that my page is going to be shut down. So, that is the reason why I got on with TikTok. Because I'm tired of all this nonsense. So if it happens, that's where you know I'm going to be. With TikTokers. That happened to me a few years ago, and I'm not playing that game no more. If it happens, it happens. That means I'm not meant to be there. Now, I could not do the bottom of it, but the way that piece is, I think I would have to. So I'm going to try not to and dry this portion off. And then let's see if I can go without doing it and just paint the piece. But if I have to, I'm just going to have to paint it. So let's see. I just want to get the 2 sides done and dried. So I can touch it. And then see what it does. See, that's the thing too. to get that second coat in there and for it to lay right, you have to dry it. All right, let me dry this a bit so I can get a second coat there, because the one side looks a little bit darker. I'll show you guys. See how the one side, this side looks darker than this side? But see, in the camera, it doesn't look like that. So I'm going to dry it, because one of my girls, Mrs. Seal, she's a painter from Canada, and she always tells me to remember that when it dries darker. She's my reminder. I am going to do the top for sure. I'm just not sure about the bottom yet. And it smells heavenly. It smells so good, this stuff. It doesn't smell like paint at all. They make their stuff with, what do you call it? I can't think of what it's called right now. Oh shoot, what is it? I'm so used to saying it all the time and now I'm forgetting. But whatever it is, they don't make it with stinky stuff. They make it with something really nice, and it smells so good. So good. Let's see if it says it on here. See, you can use this, you can apply it with a knife, those little pellet knives. And I don't have mine next to me. I used to. I threw the box out though. I don't know where I put it. It's probably in that one. Like a pellet knife. They have these tiny little pellet knives that you can scrape it on through a transfer. Or a brush, or a stamp. It's for indoor and outdoor use. It is not to consume, obviously, because it's paint. Yeah, it doesn't say, and I don't remember right now. This girl's drawing a blank. Okay, so see how that came on better now because it's dry better? I got rid of those little clear spots. And honestly, it doesn't matter because it gives it that old vibe, even if you do have little spots that are opened up like that. Rustic, the rustic look. All right, I'm going to turn it off because I want to see if... Oh, cool. I don't need to... No, I do. I do, I don't. I don't, I do. I do need to do it. Just at the very edge, though. Alright. So, I only need to do, like the edging. Like, just a tiny bit. And the rest of it will be covered. And then all I have to do is do the top. And then we can start adding some of our Woodubend. That's it. That's all I need. Just a little tiny bit like that. It's like cleaning off the paintbrush. Alright, so now I need to do this top for sure. Because I don't know what I'm going to do to it yet. I cut up a bunch of pieces. These are the little pieces that I cut up for it. See that? And then I have a couple of these other ones as well. And these are all part of different pieces of the Woodubend. So if you look at this one, you can tell that that little piece here is part of this. You see that? And then this one came from this part. See that? And I cut portions of it out. So you don't have to always leave it exactly as you have it. You can take it out and do what you want. Cut it out and mix and match it with another piece. Which is cool. Now, not knowing what in the world I'm going to do at the top, I don't want it to be super dark like the sides. That I do know. I do want it lighter. And if I end up changing it later and adding more darkness to it, I will. But I really don't think it needs it. And then what you'll notice is that it grabs the feathering of the rice paper. So that's why when I do my rice paper, you always will notice that when I take that little water brush, you see a feathered look to it. You'll see that on this right now at this very top section because I did it light. Alright, I gotta be careful because this is tacky. Alright, so if you look at the top really close, you see the difference between the two. It looks feathered. You see that, everybody, right there? And so that's what it does. It gives it that feathered look. Alright, so I'm going to close this girl. I don't need it, but I do need to dry this. I learned something new too today, or yesterday, that yes, we can paint our pieces of Woodubend with just pigment only, or just like when you're decoupaging something, and you have to paint your board white, it's also a good idea to paint your pieces white, because when you do the paint over it, if it's just pigments alone, it'll make your pigment show up brighter and a lot nicer than normal. Hi, Helen. So you see that? I should have went more. I should have went a little bit more under there. Sugar in the morning. And I just stuck that brush in the water. All right, let's see. Give me a little one. I need to go a little bit more up here. Because when I put this down, you see that? You can see the white of the board. You see that when I pull it up? I can see it just a tiny bit. So I need to paint that part. So I'm going to paint it, and I'm going to let it dry by itself while we paint these. And I don't need a lot of it. So I'm just going to add it to here. And just like the top of it, I don't have to have it super bright, super dark. And I don't mind putting the water in here, because the other thing is that tiny little bit of moisture will help keep the paste moist as well. And that's it. You see that little bit? That's all I need from it. Just a smidge. put this right here and let it sit. I'm not using this, but... Alright, so then I save my napkins, as you can tell. And I'm just going to paint all of this. If you notice, I cut it in a way where each piece fits to it. Tell me why. And some of these pieces here are going to have to be sanded down a smidge. I got 4 of those and 3 of these. 2 the same and 1 that's going to go backwards. So what I want to do is, I'm just going to dump this. I'll just get another one. What you want to do is take your sander and just sand it down a smidge to keep that look. Is it soft? It's too soft. Oops, I got my secret box. Alright, what is this for? I don't know. I love these little gator sanders. They're hard as heck to clean off. As you can tell, our hands are filthy dirty. This is a soft one though, and I want it a little bit rougher. This one. And it's full of little sander pieces for me. Full, full, full. Just to kind of help me sand it down easier. There we go. I was telling one of the girls, I think these are put in molds. Because what I notice is that some of them have like a little bit of spillage out where the piece comes out a little bit. So that's why I'm trying to fix it and soften it up in the spots where it needs to be softened up. See that now? How it looks? Much better. See that? Much better. But you see the spillage? This is what I'm talking about. Okay, so if you look at this one, you see how it's coming out a little bit right there? You see that? It shouldn't be like that. So it's kind of like coming out a little bit, I think, from the mold. That's okay, because it's easy to sand them down and just get rid of that excess that you don't want there. And I could warm it with the heat tool and take a X-Acto knife and exact it off, you know, but this works just as good. With me, honey. And then all I have to do is paint it, touch it up on the paint a little bit, because obviously it's not all the way painted properly. You see, now look at it. You see how much better it looks now? And this girl is a perfectionist, so she doesn't like spillage. And it's, you know, it's made with literally real wood, but so delicate. And you do want to Sand it down delicately so you don't mess it up. But once you get it where you want it and stuff, it's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And pretty easy to do. As you can tell, super easy to do. If you're all, excuse me, if you never heard of this group, I don't know who these guys are, but it's, excuse me, if you look up off any of the music apps or just YouTube or wherever, they're called Music Travel Love. Excuse me. And it reminds me of my grandfather because they're two brothers. They're two brothers that sing and harmonize together very well. And when you see them singing, they they do some music that's their own, and then they have excuse me, they've refurbished other people's music in their own style, and then you'll see them in different places, like all over the world. And that was my grandfather. Him and his brother, they played mariachi music, and they made their own instruments, and they literally went in different states all over the United States singing to people. And so, like, all my dad's brothers and sisters, except for two of them, were all born in different states. It's so cool. You see that? I got rid of the extra off of it. So I got 3. These are done. I just want to smoothen them out a little bit. And I just love their music. It's soft and it's full of harmony. Full of harmony. And if FB don't like it that I have it on, well, too bad. Okay, so this piece, see how super delicate that comes to a point right there? I gotta be super careful with this one. And you know what? I'm gonna have to make sure I get my tiny little sand files. They're fingernail files, but they're so tiny. They're great for stuff like this because you can be delicate with it. Gotta be really delicate with it. I just don't want to. Oh, shoot. I knew I was going to do that. Well, you dummy. Alright. No big deal. They broke, but they can be put together. So I'm not going to sweat it. I knew it. That's the cool thing about Woodubend. If you break it, don't fret. You can glue it together, and once you paint it, ain't nobody going to know. Ain't nobody going to know but you. But you and Jesus. Unless somebody saw you do it. Alright, so I want to paint this in my saturé color. Where are you? That's not it. Okay, this is Saturé, and it is from Paint Pixie. It is my favorite color, one of them. And the only thing about it is that this thing always clogs. Got it off. And I don't think I need that much at all. I think I put way too much just now. But 'tis okay. Here's my little funny brush. And I have a brush that's kind of like pointy. Here it is. See how it's like up and around? It works great for stuff like this. Because you do want to get into all these little crevices. Real easy. And because it's so light, I was thinking of doing silver pigment, but I think I just need to stick to the gold like I have the other one. See how pretty that looks? Isn't that pretty? I gotta keep my eyes on you because I know it's gonna turn off on you, and I don't know how long I've been on. In your eyes, isn't it hard to believe you were for me? My uncle went to be with the Lord this right before Christmas. You know, it's we'll miss him. He was ill though. It was his turn to be in heaven. But I know my cousin's very sad about it. See how we barely use any paint? I think when you're the one taking care of your parent that's ill, it hurts more. I know when my mom went home to be with the Lord, it really crushed my sister because she was the one with her every day. And today, today is the day that my mother-in-law went home too. So we're going to go over and take her some flowers later. See how pretty that looks though already? It's kind of like a gorgeous, it is a metallic, but it's kind of like a gorgeous brown or like a metallic-y copper look to it. That's why I love this color so much. Oh God, and I took all that stuff to Daddy and he gave me 2 more benches to work on. Ouch, oh shoot, shoot, shoot. I got a stupid cramp in my foot. I'm wearing Woodubend dust. I got to be careful. If I put my left leg upward, I get cramps in my leg. See how pretty that looks? It's such a beautiful color. I just love it. Alright, so now I'm going to repaint all of these. This one's not painted, but all the other ones, I'm going to repaint them fresh, just in case there's pieces that are missing. Get all the sides everywhere that was sanded to make sure I don't miss anything. I have a special piece to do for one of my ladies. She needs a Lazy Susan, so I got her favorite color. So we're going to be doing one of those very soon, because I want to get it to her, because she's a crafter and owns her own business like me. She needs it fast. Once I get these on and glued on where I want them, then I can go ahead and go over with a little bit of gold. Oh my gosh. The kids are back in school, so Barker Parker over there is barking away at the wind. My little guy. See how beautiful that color is though? I just love it. I think I put just the right amount. Look at that. Almost finished with it completely. And their paint is so nice. I didn't even add any water to it, as you can tell. I just painted it. I choose to. What was Alright, here's my broken piece that I goofed on. Once I get it where I want it, all I have to do is glue the pieces together and you won't be able to tell. And I normally, if I break a piece like this, I will wait and paint it after, but because of the fact that I'm doing it on a board that's completed, I always like to paint my pieces first and then put it. Shoot, I need my wipes to clean off my fingers. Oh, sugar in the morning. Alright, so I'm going to paint all these girls, and we're going to put just the bottom trim on it. Ouch, gosh darn it, what's with my legs? Ouch. Sorry, everybody. And then I'm going to let you all go, and I'll finish putting the pigment on it that it needs. Or maybe I'll let it dry and come back on later on tonight and finish the last part of it with all of you. So if you girls on Facebook want to see me finish it, I might just do that. Finish it up with all of you tonight. Let it dry really good for a while. One more. I'm just going to do the bottom only so that you can see. But I got to dry it, and it's going to... all these tiny little pieces are going to go flying. I already know it. And I got to go find my wipies. Look how pretty that looks. I'm in love. Look it. I emptied my bowl and they got kicked off. Hang on, girls. Yay! I did it! First time! Alright, you see how pretty that looks? You see that? Isn't that pretty? It's pretty. Pretty as a pickle. I will. So Woodubend has their own glue. You can use Type Bond Quick and Thick, or you can use their glue. And just like Mod Podge, Type Bond Quick and Thick is extremely thick, but works great. And the other glue is thin and works super good. Now, one thing about this too, the more you warm it up, the more flexible it becomes. So I'm going to purposely warm this up super high so I can show you what I'm talking about. So anybody that's new here can see what this beautiful stuff does. And because it's metallic, you can't even tell it's dry. It looks wet. But, alright, that should do it right there. That should do it. So when you dry it, oh no, it's not doing it. Hang on. It's not doing it. So this is my power tool. Alright, so if you've never seen this before, you see what it does? You could wrap it around a glass. You see that? Just warming it up. See that? All you gotta do is warm it up and it melts like sugar. It melts. Alright, so, where is it? Oh, in front of my face. It's in front of my face. Alright, so I'm going to take my piece now, and we are going to glue just this piece on right here. And then I'm going to let her sit for a few hours. And then I will come back on tonight and finish her. Crazy. You see that at the bottom? Now if you look at the bottom, it looks more like all the same color. You see that? So you don't see that white edge. Had I not painted that tiny little piece, it wouldn't look good. Okay, so now I kind of have to see. I need you so. Okay, so I need a tiny little wedge in between each area. So I'm going to just pick them up one at a time. Now, you can do this with your fingers. You can do it with a paintbrush. Or you can put it on the board itself, exactly where you want it. The best thing to do is warm it up a smidge. What the heat does is activates the glue really well for you. Baby, now that I found you, let you go. World around, I need you so. And I like to wipe off my glue. You don't have to, because it will dry clear. And then when you finish it, you do want to heat it up one more time. Okay, so you can do it, like I said, you can do it with your fingers or a brush, whatever's easiest for you. You can take your plain TV stands that you have and you can add little pieces to it. I did a piece on one of my mirrors. I did a piece for the gentleman that I did his house. I decorated his house. He bought this plain piece of mirror from Walmart. I took 4 corners of the Woodubend and I just put corner pieces on it. And the whole mirror literally looks elegant now. It looks elegant, like he bought it from a vintage store or something. And as you can tell, you don't need hardly anything with this stuff. So I'm going to warm this piece up, and then I'm going to show you what you should do after you've put it down. And what you want to do is re-glue it. I mean, re-warm it up again one last time to make sure it's down really, really, really good. I don't think I need that. And then this way we can add the pieces together, the last of it tonight. And I'll pick out a scripture that we're going to put on top with my stickers. Because we're going to put a scripture somewhere. I don't mind that it goes wherever. And I might take some pigment and outline some of it too, just to make it pop more. Okay, so I have it down, and I shouldn't have put that paintbrush in there. So now I need another one. Not that one. I just want a skinny one to pick up some of that glue that I left out. And I like to get off some of that excess glue, even if it dries clear, because I don't know if it would leave a clump, kind of like hot glue or not. All right, so now you want to re-warm it one more time, all the way across. And push it down again. And when you push it down again, what you're going to notice is that some of your glue is going to come seeping out a little bit again, which is totally fine, because that just tells you that it's down super great. So if you look at the bottom of the board, you see the glue everywhere. Just take it off. Once you get that glue off, you're set. It won't come off. Unless you literally take a heat tool to take it off and scrape it off. It will not come off. And I know because I literally put a couple pieces on my fireplace mantle, and it stayed there for literally 2 years. And then I wasn't pleased with it. Something about it wasn't like grabbing my heart and saying, yeah, that's it, that's the piece, it looks the best, you know. I was like, no, something's not right. After 2 years, I heated up that fireplace mantle like crazy. I'm not kidding you. And I took a small palette knife, and I mean small, I don't know where it's at. In here somewhere. Oh, here it is. I took this little knife, it was a little bit rounder, not the skinny one. And I literally went like this, and it slowly came off for me without damage to the mantle, nothing. It didn't do anything to it. And then I replaced it with a piece that I wanted, and it looked wonderful. So I only went across the two sections, like right here and this one right here, were the two pieces where we glued it. Alright, so I don't know where I'm going to put the other ones, but look how pretty that looks already. And we're not done with it. You see that? I love it. See how pretty that looks? I just love it, love it, love it. So this is what I have to figure out. Where I'm going to put these. I could just go in the corners and do just that only. Or it's this one. It's this one right here. The time for you get you let me time after time. Alright, so I kind of want to do that, and I kind of want to add these other pieces to it. But I'm not totally sure yet where I'm going to put anything. So I just want to fiddle with it a bit. Figure out which pieces I want where. But if you notice, what I'm doing is that you can take those pieces that were broken or that I chopped, and I'm not going to lift it too much because I know they'll go flying. You see that? And you can add your own design with it. So once I get these glued on really well, where I want them, it'll take up that whole space and make it look good. And I still have that one piece that I broke. And I might just go in the middle with it. And then not put this part on. But if I glue it, let's see, if I scoot these over a tiny bit, let's see. And this is the cool thing about it. You could just make your own design with our pieces. You glue them together and put your own design in there. And just go slow with it when you do it. Oh, I like that. I wish I could put the camera on top like this for all you girls to see. But like I said, if I lift it any higher than that, you're not going to be able to tell. It's all going to go flying on the floor. But you see that? I like that. So I'm not even going to move it. I'm just going to leave it like that. Just so I know exactly where I'm putting my pieces later on. And then we'll come back about 6 o'clock, I'll say. We'll come back at 6 o'clock. So if you girls want to watch me, go over to TikTok. And we'll put this all together. We'll add our scripture. And then we'll put my pigment together. And we'll add some pigment over the top of it to make our piece highlight or stand out even more. And that's it. Okay, so nice to be with everybody again. We're back. Get my butt in gear and get busy. Y'all have a blessed afternoon. Hope to see you tonight. If not, no worries. I'll see you probably tomorrow. And I have a plan. I'm planning to come on at 11 in the morning Pacific Standard Time tomorrow. So, if you're able to be with us tomorrow, awesome. If you're not, no problem. Have a blessed evening. See you later. Bye. All right. You heard it. You heard me. I know, I like the bottom. Oh, okay. Well, maybe I'll bring you on then. I don't want to leave you out. I'll see you anyway. Love you girls. Bye.